So we are in the second wave of coronavirus, and it might be extremely strenuous to deal with all the day-to-day changes that we are experiencing. And if you're experiencing something like this, then this particular video is for you, because we're going to deep dive into what is emotion, what is the difference between emotion and feelings, what is the neuroscience behind emotion, and two powerful ways to effectively deal with emotion. I have created an elaborate ebook, and I'm going to talk about this particular ebook shortly. So watch this video till the end to know more about it. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Vidhya, a counseling psychologist, a dancer, and an assistant professor. I'm here to help young adults discover themselves and be mindful about their mental health. So emotion and feelings are different. Emotion is the bodily reaction to whatever we are experiencing in the surrounding. So if it's a stressor, if it's a pleasurable moment, the way at the neural level, the way your body reacts to this situation is emotion. And feelings is the conscious interpretation of these emotions. So there's an old dogma that actually believes that there is a fixed number of neurons in our brain, and there is no change or no new neurons that get developed. But neurogenesis actually spoke about, so there's this study through which they realized that neurogenesis is a process by which the brain is actually developing new neurons in our brain. And neuroplasticity is the process by which brain is actually reorganizing these neural pathways and systematizing them in a certain way. And it has the ability to do so. So Davidson discovered that people who are resilient or emotionally resilient are able to regain their emotional balance after a setback rather than wallowing in anxiety, anger, depression. He spoke about the fact that there is a strong connection between the left prefrontal cortex and the amygdala. So in emotionally resilient people, what is happening is the prefrontal cortex, a part of the brain, is actually sending strong signals to the amygdala, which is another part of the brain, to quieten down. And when it comes to people who are not very emotionally resilient, this particular signal is weak, or there is a fewer amount of signals that is sent from prefrontal cortex to the amygdala. So there's a lot of talk around how we deal with stress. In a general situation, in a normal situation where there is no stress, there is no anxiety, there is no threat, the way we take decisions are more wiser. It's more easier for us to take decisions. But the moment there is a stressor involved, the moment there is a threat involved, it becomes even more difficult to make these decisions possible. Because when you are experiencing stress, there is high levels of cortisol that is produced, and it becomes very difficult to take these decisions because you're more focused on the rewards of short term rather than looking at the long term game of your life. So this brings us to what do we do? I have created an elaborate ebook that helps you assess emotional resilience, 3 significant attitudes to develop emotional resilience, 3 ways to deal with setbacks, and 10 changes you can bring in your day-to-day living. So don't forget to download this particular free ebook from the description below. So there is neurally inspired therapy, for that matter cognitive behavioral therapy and mindfulness therapy. These are the 2 therapies that I'm going to talk about in my video. When we're talking about mindfulness, what is happening is you're actually bringing, so this is a practice in which you bring an old stressful situation, think about it, don't attach any emotions to it, look at it as a third person and view it, get aware about it. And the more you do this exercise, the moment you are in a new situation where you are faced with a challenge, this particular exercise, this particular experience, this particular ability to look at the situation in a third person perspective will help you be in a situation to make wiser decisions. Headspace is a very good app to download on your phone. You can visit this particular website and find out more on what are the different mindfulness exercises they provide. They have exercises on various emotions,
and it helps you to calm yourself down. You also learn different ways and techniques of meditation. It's a very useful website to explore, and it's very, very interesting. Of course, this is not sponsored. Nevertheless, I really recommend this particular website, and it's really interesting. It has very informative blogs and articles. Do make sure to go through this particular website. And if this doesn't help much, I would really recommend you to visit a therapist and learn this particular coping strategy to imbibe in your life and learn how to look at yourself in a third person perspective, which can really help you in dealing with stressful situations in future. The other is cognitive behavior therapy, where there are a lot of methods under cognitive behavior therapy, but here I want to specifically talk about self-talk. So the moment you are in a stressful situation, the way you talk to yourself, the way you narrate that situation to you will actually allow yourself to influence the way you look at yourself, the image that you have about yourself. And in future, when you're dealing with a new stressor, a new challenge, this particular way in which you looked at that particular situation will come into picture, and it will hamper your confidence in your ability to deal with that challenge. So allowing yourself, training yourself to bring in a more healthy, positive self-talk when you are in a situation of challenge, this particular exercise will help you. The rephrasing of these talks will help you when you are dealing with a challenge in your day-to-day life. Apart from what I have spoken in the video, there are a whole lot of new things that this particular ebook explains. So don't forget to download it from the description box below. I would really like to know in the comments below as to how you're dealing with these stressful times. Also, let me know if you have certain topics in your mind that you would want me to cater to in my future videos. So if you think that this particular video has brought in a new perspective in your way of thinking about things, you think that it will be beneficial to others, share it with them, like this particular video, and subscribe for more informative videos such as these. So until next time, see you.